Joe.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone. Joe, icebreakers, in my personal opinion, serve three key purposes. First, most important, just to get that first one out of the way. You just gave the toughest presentation you will ever give, just simply because it's the first one. That's why we call it the icebreaker, to get that first one out of the way. Another great purpose behind the icebreaker is we get to know a little more about this brand new member. And you did that very well. And I'm going to elaborate on that in just a little bit. The third purpose is so we can learn the natural strengths and areas where improvement needs to be made for this brand new speaker. This icebreaker accomplished all three in excellent style. Very well done in those three respects. You recognize something in the way you did this speech that not everybody recognizes when it comes to doing an icebreaker. It's very easy for people to do that icebreaker and just get up here and give a list of statistics about themselves, basically to go through their resume, to recite their CV. That's okay. We get to learn a few facts about you. But the whole purpose of your speech was, even as you reflected in your title, not what I am, but who I am. And you did what I think is one of the strongest things that can be done in an icebreaker. You told a story about yourself that helps define who you are. And in that way, we learn a lot more about you as an individual. We learn more about how you came to be the person that you are today and why you're here. That story about having picked up that book almost at random and having changed your life is a great telling story about the person who you are. It's a wonderful technique, and I really appreciate that. That's something that not everybody does in an icebreaker. You still did manage to give us a good basic background, that CV, that resume, so to speak, of your life, being an Eagle Scout, being born in rural New York, having gotten that 4-year degree from Johnson & Wales, having worked in the food service industry. That's also very, very solid information about you. So we got a great picture of who you are. That third purpose of an icebreaker, learning those natural strengths and weaknesses, or perhaps I should say strengths and areas for improvement. Again, well done all the way around. We can see that you are eager to be up here. You are eager to communicate with people. There are some areas for you to work on, and that's why this program exists. For the future, I would suggest perhaps working on your eye contact. You did have your head down a little more, perhaps while you were working with your tablet. There were some other areas where, again, there's some room for improvement, perhaps a bit more in the way of rehearsal and practice in the future will help you get through those little bumps in the road much more quickly. All in all, an outstanding icebreaker, and I think we're all very interested in seeing more in the future. Congratulations.